Attention! Go!
Right! Pick it up!
Off they go. It's amazing to see two really good eights powering off the start down the island, the first 10-15 strokes. Driving those eights forward, accelerating them as hard as they can before they settle down into their race rhythm.
Powerful, punchy. Look at this Thames Rowing Club A crew. Strongly favourites for this event, and coming into this race today, they'll know they'll have a little bit of a punch up the start, but they train with the crew who are going to be sitting on the left-hand side of them, Thames D. They know they should be faster than them by probably a comfortable margin, but what can Thames D do? Great to see them qualify. 4 crews in this women's club event, the Wargrave Challenge Cup. Shows the depth of this programme, absolutely outstanding, but should be plain sailing for the A crew, getting through to this final as easily as possible. I don't think they're going to have it all their own way, though.
No, they won't. I don't think it's going to be quite as close as the BC race. It's the Thames B and Thames C crew race we saw only 35-40 minutes ago, where the C crew ran the B crew. Really, really, really close. But as we came to the quarter mile signal, that's just disappeared in the background there. The D crew still very much in contention.
Lovely shots there, their oars. The duck almost got it there, Jim.
Close spectator. This is the Thames A crew then, so they're on the Berkshire station. Concentration, they're really long, powerful strokes with a really punchy rhythm. And they're moving away pretty much every stroke away from the D crew. The D crew, you've got to put up to them, in the D crew's in the foreground. We look at it now. They want to keep in touch with the A crew. They're not going to be embarrassed by them. And that's their really tenacious performance because the blades going in. All this synchronization are really top 8. And this isn't 8, it might be their D crew, but Thames with 4 8s in the bottom half of this competition. Some achievement.
What do we mean blades? We keep saying this word blades, but all we row with is a blade. It's not a blade of grass. We call them blades. We might call them river bats. I've had a cox call me that before, but they're blades, they're oars, they're your real link from you. You're the power, you're the engines, link from you to the water. So you can see them there, dropping in and slotting in. Looks so simple. Lovely shots of the crew. That is very hard to do, to control that oar with your hands, moving flat out, your heart rate very high, in synchronicity with 8 people.
And you're saying your heart rate's very high. We're just getting up to halfway in those shots, so up to the 40 marker. But even sort of what, 3 and a bit minutes into the race, it takes a minute until it's starting to hurt quite a lot. And these crews are really having to dig deep already. It's a really real commitment, and there's a trust as well amongst 9 people and 8, isn't it? That you're all going to do absolutely everything you possibly can, and it's a real trust of each other that you're all going to go there and do whatever it takes to win this race.
Thames crew is an absolutely outstanding boat, though. They've won at Wallingford Regatta, which is one of our big regattas that you test yourself on during the season. Another big regatta here is the Metropolitan Regatta. They also won that. So everyone knows through the season coming here, this is the crew to beat. They are actually the holders of this event. They won this event last year, and Thames Rowing Club were known for their depth of their women's rowing, and they're showing it here on the River Thames.
Really interesting just to watch them all moving together. The hands moving together where they're controlling that boat. And if you look at the stern of the boat, just behind the cox, to the bottom left-hand side of our picture, you see it doesn't check in the water. They're letting the boat do the work underneath them. It's gliding through it, and they're doing as little as they possibly can to slow that boat down, even though they're putting as much effort as they possibly can. Really important that you've got that rhythm and ratio to let that boat flow underneath you. And there you go. Great shot of it. It's cut. There's no... If a crew get it wrong, you can see it jerk or stutter or dig down into the water, but it's not that. It's flowing really cleanly as the boat moves along.
I had a rowing coach once that wouldn't even look at us and would just film our stern. He wasn't a bad coach, Robin Williams. Coached for gold medals from Alan Glover, Heather Stanning, so he was obsessed with looking at our stern. It was a real sign of how the boat was moving.
One of the three things that make a boat go fast: power, length and rhythm. Kind of the rhythm and ratio bit tends to get forgotten about. You know, it's absolutely pivotal. But we mustn't forget the D crew, this tenacious effort from them. They're not just letting their A crew run away and have an easy race the next round. They want to absolutely do their best. They're going to push them as hard as they can. They want bragging rights. And they're coming past Remnant Club from Thames Rowing Club, one of the 7 clubs. The Remnant Club about 2/3 of the way down this course. And they'll be cheered on by the supporters, and they want to do a really good show as they come past.
This is their Henley final. This is the end of their season. They won't be going again. They'll be probably having a bit of a break before they restart again for pre-season. This is it. This is their moment to put everything down on this course. When you hold your head up high, tonight, when you're on the riverbank celebrating with your friends, what are you going to say you did? How close did you get to that A crew? Let's see it now, Thames D.
The difference, this shot here is a really good example of the difference. So you see the A crew, they're applying that power for a longer time during the water, and that's making the boat do a little bit quicker every single stroke. And it's that long application of power, keeping that power in the water as long as you possibly can, is making a difference here.
Haven't given up the ghost though. They were really pushing their A crew to try and close that gap, but their A crew's definitely relaxed down. They're waiting for their races tomorrow, but this is sport. There's always a job to do. They've got to get across that finish line, so we will never call it early.
No, you never know down this course. And the D crew, they're doing an absolutely brilliant job, aren't they? They're rating 35, 36 strokes a minute. They're not giving up. They're doing everything they possibly can to try and keep as close as they can to this A crew.
How proud are you there as a Thames Royal Club member? Not you, you're a Vesta member, Jim, but as a hypothetical Thames member, seeing 2 of your crews rearing towards the finish line.
I think Richard Phelps is umpiring the race as well in his Thames blazer, which is a nice touch.
2 sets of Thames races today against each other, so there's definitely 2 going through to the Saturday. If this next 100 metres goes to plan, it will be the A crew, as they on the left of your screen, the top crew from this rowing club based in Putney, London. And the D crew here on the right of your screen are giving it everything.
Both crews coming down past the grandstands now with maybe 10 strokes or so to go, and there's this ripple of applause from all the Thames members and many people, in fact, members of the stewards enclosure.
Very classy rowing here, loose and relaxed, ready for tomorrow's racing. Across the finish line in the Wargrave Challenge Cup, Thames Rowing Club A beating Thames Rowing Club D.